Well, hi everyone and welcome to this special edition of Hamilton Life. Cooking for the holidays. We're all so busy this time of year, and a lot of times we spend a lot of our time in the kitchen. So I thought I'd come into Rhonda's kitchen and talk to her about some great, easy recipes that are delicious, and sort of get some pointers from you too, Rhonda, about the fact that we should just make it simple when it comes to creating dishes through the holiday season.
Absolutely, yeah. You want it simple. Christmas is busy, shopping, entertaining. Everything wants to be easy. First thing I'm going to show you is a fantastic, I'll call it a sophisticated French toast.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Sophisticated French toast is what I'm serving this morning, everybody.
But the awesome part to this is we can make the French toast Christmas Eve before we open our presents Christmas morning.
Perfect.
Part one. And then part two, we can finish it off in the oven while we're with our family instead of having to be slaving over the stove.
And this is something you could make any morning through the holidays as well, and even a New Year's Eve brunch. Like a lot of people do that on New Year's Day, or I should say New Year's Eve day or New Year's Day. So it's just something easy that you can make that tastes delicious.
Oh, absolutely. So it's really easy. 4 eggs. I'm just whipping up the eggs, breaking the yolks down. Now, I said it's decadent, it's sophisticated. I'm going full fat here. Christmas time, I don't worry so much. Perfect. I'm putting whipping cream in, not just milk or 10%, but the full fat. We're going to go for the big guns in this one.
Which is great, and really, I mean, it does add a lot more flavor.
A lot of depth.
Yeah.
A lot of depth with that. So if you just whip that in, it'd be great.
And how, like, when it comes to whipping eggs, do you go crazy or do you just make sure that it's well blended?
Just well blended. Yeah. When you're doing omelets, of course, you're going to want to go crazy, but not for this.
All right.
Now I've got a teaspoon of cinnamon, putting some flavors into here. I've also got a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Oh, nice. Oh, it smells good already.
Yeah. And then we're putting in some vanilla. Another nice flavor to happen with it. Then I got here 1/3 cup of organic cane sugar.
Okay.
Sweeten it right up. So just give that a good whisk together. In the meantime, I'm just going to go behind you here so I can turn this on.
Whoops, I made a mess already.
That's okay.
That's me in the kitchen, slopping all the time.
I want this to get nice and bubbly. Okay, so at this point...
Does that look good?
Let's see it. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so at this point, we're taking our bread, and you can get, if you want, a loaf of bread, cut it nice and thick if you want the Texas style, or thin. It's up to you. Today
this is your gluten-free bread?
This is my gluten-free that I'm using here.
Okay.
With this, why I called it sophisticated is I'm using some really nice double cream French brie, and I'm going to use apples.
Oh, nice combination.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
We're going to actually do a 2-step. Like I said, you can do your French toast part at the beginning, which we're going to do right now. Just pop that in.
So how long do you let your bread sit in the mixture?
For this, the way I'm doing it, not long, because I'm going to be putting the apples in here as well on top. So I don't really need to.
I'm going to let you do that and you can get your fingers mucky.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Not that I mind, you know, it's okay.
So I'm just coating it up.
And you've just melted butter in your pan, so again, lots of flavor coming in there as well.
Yeah, so that's what I said, it's full fat. Everything we're doing here is fat. Fat, fat, and more fat, which is really nice. But now, what I'm doing with this, with the brie, goes really nice with the apples and the cinnamon. But alternately, you know what, you can use pears. And pears and brie go really, really great nice together as well.
Yeah. And nice to mix it up too. Any other, you know, if you've got kids, it might be a little bit pickier about not wanting the cheese and the apples. I mean, some kids would love that, but are ideas for kids if someone's looking to do that?
Absolutely. You can do a really, really nice, get some nice crunchy peanut butter, spread it on, slice some bananas, make it a sandwich out of it, and bake that one off in the oven.
So would you do your toast for, like your French toast first, just like this, and then that's what you layer in the middle?
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly. So we're just going to let this go maybe a minute or two on this side. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the apple.
And do you have a preference apple-wise?
You don't want anything tart, really. Golden Delicious might be a nice apple to pick. And we're just going to cut this down, and this is going to go right into the same egg mixture
so that's
as the French
awesome.
toast.
Never would have thought of doing that, but that would really give good flavor as well.
It is. It's just coming completely on it. So we're going to let that go for
a little longer?
2 minutes. I'm thinking we're going to go on that.
Okay.
Toss this one up here. And as I said, you can use pears instead. You can actually use whatever you want if you want to go with berries. It doesn't really matter. If you do stuff like that, then you start thinking about, I'm partial to cinnamon. I love cinnamon, but you could start thinking of putting like a star anise or something like that.
That's
with
so
berries
good.
would be really nice. So now we're just going to
So basically, you could do this with any sort of combination that you like. That
Anything.
Sort of, you know.
Anything.
I mean, I love the brie and apple. I think that's a beautiful pairing. Of course, I'd expect no less from you.
Yeah.
Coming up with good ideas. So,
Okay.
so once this, you flip both sides, and then you're going to lay that in a tray.
You know what? This is 2 ways you're going to do it. If you want to lay it in the tray, get ready for your Christmas morning.
I'm gonna go
you
grab
can
a
do
tray.
a whole pile of the French toast, get it in the tray, put it into the fridge overnight. After that, next morning you're waking up, you're then going to put your brie on and your apples. You can leave your apples like this, by the way, overnight, just with
wonderful.
saran in the fridge, so you're set to go.
Great idea.
So then you're going to put your brie on with your apples, and then you'll bake it in the oven. And you know what? This is like 375 degrees for 10 minutes. That's it.
That's it.
It's so simple.
And that's nice. I mean, again, we talked off the top there of how you want to make things simple. And I think sometimes we do. We overcomplicate our lives through the holidays, and we get so exhausted because we're in the kitchen for too long.
And you know what?
But simple recipes like this will make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't want to
looks so
lose your
good.
enjoyment on it, that's for sure. Now,
Delicious.
because this goes in the oven, it's going to continue to brown on the bottom side. Here, I'm now taking the brie.
So this is if you were going to make it all at once, you would do this.
Yeah, I'll show you your whole steps.
So that we can see it.
Brie's
Perfect.
just going to go right on.
The double cream brie too is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It just melts in your mouth.
There we go.
And then you would
All
top
right.
your apples on top of that.
And then the
bake
apples
away.
are just going to go right on top.
And so you would take this into your pan, and then what did you say? How long in the oven?
375, preheat your oven.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 375, and you're done. You're done.
Smells so good.
Like I said, Christmas morning, have it half ready.
All right, we'll keep working on this one. We're going to show you what it looks like a little bit later on, and I'll have a little taste test as well. So stay with us. We'll be back right after this. Well, welcome back to Hamilton Life. It's sort of our holiday cooking special is what I'm going to call it. I'm in the kitchen with Rhonda Barr at You Never Know Bakery, and always comes up with really good ideas. And I'm loving this. First of all, I absolutely adore every ingredient that you've got here, Rhonda. And the fact that you're taking a pierogi and making it into almost like a lasagna.
Yeah.
Love you. So let's take people through at home, because this is something that'd be so easy to make ahead for a lunch or a dinner through the holidays when you're so pressed for time.
Yeah, and quite filling, delicious too. Now this is I call it the lazy man pierogi. Easy is good for me. Okay, so I'm just putting my lasagna noodles in, my gluten-free lasagna noodles, lining the bottom. I've taken mashed potato here, and all I've done is boil the potatoes off 15 minutes and straight up mashed. There's no butter, no cream, nothing in here.
And is it just salt? Is that salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper,
All
that's
right.
it.
That's all you've done.
That's all I've done.
Nice.
So I boil my noodles in advance. That
Okay.
took 2 minutes. Same time you're doing your potatoes, mashing them. If you have a KitchenAid, make it even easier. Don't have to worry about doing,
Yeah, that'll be potentially a popular one on the list.
Yeah.
For people who don't have one yet.
Exactly.
I swore I would never spend that much money on a mixer.
You
My
know what?
husband surprised me with it. I'm telling you, best thing
best
ever.
thing ever. I
It's
believe
so great.
that.
It
Best
just
thing ever.
speeds up time and makes everything in the kitchen a lot easier. So
Okay, so here's your first layer with your mashed potatoes.
Okay. And then what?
So this part was trial and error because I only created this a couple weeks ago. Sour cream.
okay, can I do that?
Yeah, now you're just going to smear it on.
Okay, across
This is
the
going to go
whole-
through this sour cream. You got about a cup and a half there.
Okay.
It's going to go for 3 layers in total. So go completely all the way.
And is that enough? Am I putting enough on?
Yeah,
or-
put another scoop on there.
All right.
Can't go wrong with. And again, everything's full fat going on here. So
I
just
always
think
find
of
things
your
with
pierogi.
that, with enough fat in it, keeps me filled longer.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. All right.
Okay. Now, caramelized onions. Now these onions, all I did is
Oh,
take.
something's ready in the oven.
Oh, something is ready in the oven. It was my earlier one.
Oh, that smells
grab it.
delicious.
Okay, so this is caramelized onions. This is balsamic vinegar, organic sugar.
There we go. Now you can hear us better.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. We're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Okay, so
Those
we've got
smell delicious.
balsamic vinegar, organic cane sugar, and I just cooked them down for about 15 minutes, salt and pepper, olive oil, and that's what you get there. Okay, so next layer, bacon.
Bacon.
You can't go wrong with
Everything's
bacon.
better with bacon.
It is.
For those of us who like bacon. Now, if you're a vegetarian, just leave this out, right? That's the only
Sure.
thing you'd have to leave out?
Sure, but why bother?
Yeah, then why bother?
No, this makes the
You
dish.
put in tofurkey or something. Is
Yeah.
that faux turkey?
Yeah. Okay, cheddar. And I put a ton on. I don't cheap out on this at all. Nice layers. So that's layer one. We're going to repeat again.
Okay.
Same layers. So first we're going to do the...
Do we put 2 of these
No,
on? No,
no,
that's the
just the
last
one.
one because I was going to say that's big
Yeah.
enough, right?
So we're putting the mashed potatoes on.
Okay.
And just get them in the corners. Press it down. Another secret to this, by the way, make sure when you do it that your potatoes are hot because it's really, really difficult to spread when they're cold. So mash your potatoes, have everything set to go, and then it's really no time at all. Okay, so we're repeating our layers again.
So nice and easy. So it was this,
Yeah.
the sour cream next.
That's it, right?
I'm on sour
and
cream duty.
remember, it's already been salt and peppered, so that's why I'm not doing it in between the layers. I always talk about seasoning, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
already
great.
in there.
You did that with the potato.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save some for the top.
Okay.
Perfect.
I was going to ask. A little bit has to go on top, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay, more onion. That onion does smell good, doesn't it?
Oh, it smells amazing. And the flavor that would give, you know, I was thinking like some kids may not like the onion,
Yeah.
but try it because I think that if they tried this, you'll sell them on onion.
You know what? If you make a bunch of that caramelized onion, I actually make hummus with it.
Oh,
With the chickpeas and
delicious.
that. And put that in. That's a really, really nice hummus.
Well, you might as well if you're cooking it down.
For sure.
Do it all.
Make a
do
bunch
it all
because
at
it'll
once
hold in the
and-
fridge for a long time.
And it's good just on a sandwich.
Yeah.
Caramelized onions,
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
It adds tons of flavor.
Okay, now
to
we're
a
going
lot.
more cheese.
Okay.
That is going to be so good when it's ready.
Oh, it smells amazing.
That's
before
the
it's
end
even
there.
Cooked. All right. And then you
Last
top it
layer.
off.
And then you're just going to smear the rest with whatever you've got left there with the sour cream. And just make sure you just coat the top noodle is your big thing. Otherwise it gets really crispy.
Right.
Yeah, you want the moisture to stay with it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. And then we're throwing the rest of the bacon on top. And on this here, it's basically a pound of the lasagna noodle, half a pound of bacon, 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese, 1.5 cups of sour cream, and a Spanish onion, a full one.
Beautiful.
Pretty easy.
It is easy. And will you have
Yeah.
this up on your website?
We will. We
Never
will.
Know Bakery?
Yeah.
All right.
And if you don't want to make it, we make it here at the bakery as well.
Well, that's the other thing too. If you don't have the time, you can always come and buy it here and still have delicious, nutritious, homemade food for your family. Rhonda, that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
We're going to bake this up.
But when you bake it up, just
Yes.
remember, I use parchment. I cover the top.
Oh, okay.
And I put foil. It goes in for 45 minutes, 350 degrees. Then I take it off.
Yeah.
10 minutes. And it'll be all bubbly and beautiful.
This is key underneath your foil so that the cheese doesn't stick.
Otherwise, not only that, oxidization.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, the foil will actually eat at the food.
Did not. Oh.
Yeah, you
Did
never
not
put
know
foil
that.
on top of food.
All right.
Yeah.
Always learn great tips from Rhonda. We'll be right back after this break. Well, welcome back. We're showing you some really easy things to do through the holidays that are delicious, that your friends will love if they come over, Rhonda. And you've really simplified things. And I think when it comes to sweets, you know, we all tend to like them and enjoy them through the holidays. But sometimes you don't want a big piece of cake or anything like that. This is a fudge recipe that's easy
Very.
and delicious.
Yeah, this is so easy. I'm surprised people don't make it.
Me too. I'm going to make it now because I didn't know it was that easy to make fudge.
You want some really, really good quality chocolate to start off with. Ingredients, what you're putting in is super important. Okay, so I've got Callebaut chocolate. It's 70% cacao.
And you've broken it all down. I'm just showing the small pieces, right?
Yeah. You can buy it this way.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. And now I'm just putting some sweetened condensed milk in to mix in with it. And all we're going to do is stir this until it's melted down. It's not a big deal at all. You do want to make sure that you're constantly stirring. And also you want to make sure that you're on a medium-low heat for it. But
you don't want to burn the chocolate.
You don't want to burn the chocolate. So we're just stirring.
Could you do this on a double boiler?
Yeah, but why bother?
Why? Okay.
It works like this.
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
always wondered that because I say put it in a double boiler.
You know what? You could even melt it in the microwave, to be honest.
Right.
Even faster. Okay.
Here, do you want me to stir this? Will you?
Sure. Just keep scraping on the bottom, and we're putting in vanilla.
Okay.
Now, I put in vanilla, but you know what? You could put in peppermint. and orange, any kind of flavor you're looking for, right?
Orange would be delicious.
Yeah, orange would be really nice. Okay, and I always like, anytime I have chocolate, I love chili, I love heat to go with the chocolate. So I'm putting in, and this is my taste, this is my liking. I got a whole teaspoon going in there of chili flakes. Okay, so if you keep stirring that for me, I'm going to show you the other part that has been done here. I've taken pecans. I think it's a really nice Christmas time pecans to use them. And what I've done is I've put a little bit of olive oil. I use some fleur de sel. Again, good quality ingredients. Just don't use the table salt. You want the fleur de sel with this. And I also put a little bit of chili pepper, like the chili powder part on here to give it an extra bang. So I've got my salt happening, I've got my sweet happening, I've got the toasted nuts happening. And you know what? It's really important to toast the nuts because it brings that buttery flavor for the pecans. You just don't get it if you're just going to eat them straight out of the bag. So,
yeah, it's amazing the difference that makes, because you did that when you made the pecan pie for us.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never done that. So I did for the pecan pie when I made it at home. What a difference.
Big difference, isn't it?
I couldn't believe it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so see how fast this is. Now,
yeah,
I'm just going to get in here for 1 second. I want to make sure it's all right down. That's it.
I'll let the pro take over.
See how easy this is. Okay, so here, I'm now adding in the pecans. And you know, it's Christmas time. You think cranberries would be awesome in here. Mm-hmm. They'd be fantastic in here, actually.
Well, I think, yeah, you're just talking some of the combinations there.
You can put anything you want in, right?
You could do, as you said, the mint.
Yeah.
Lots of things to
throw in
give it a
some
different
Grand
flavor.
Marnier. Make it
that'd be good.
really nice.
Oh, I lost my thingy. I lost the end of my spatula.
Okay, we're good to go.
Leave it to me.
Now,
That's because it's getting thick. It just sucked it in.
Yeah. And
but how easy?
Like how easy is this? So here, it's done. Now I'm just putting it into an 8.5 by 11 pan.
And that's it. And then
that's all there is to it. And then all you do is press it down.
Can I lick this out?
Sure you can.
That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah. And all I'm doing
Don't let anything go to waste.
Right to the sides. Super easy.
And then you're just going to put that in the fridge to
This is going to go, yeah, you'll have to put it in for, I'm going to tell you, 2 hours before you want to cut it.
Okay.
But that's it. And then you don't have to keep it in the fridge afterwards.
Really?
Yeah, just keep it on the counter. I'm telling you, this fudge is a fantastic hostess gift.
Oh, I was going to say, exactly. And you can get so many great little packaging, you know, now at the dollar stores, like either little boxes or tins or whatever you want to use for it.
Put some candy cane in there, crush that up.
And people think you've worked really hard because it's fudge, but apparently not.
But look at how easy that is. Okay, so I did one a little bit earlier.
All right, I'll move this over here for you.
This is after it's been chilled for the 2 hours.
Look at that.
Like, look at how good that is. So, I mean...
And with the parchment paper, that's going to come out really easily.
Really easy.
You
pop it out. And then you're just going to cut it. I just should grab a knife.
I got one here. Cut over here. We're going to show all the finished product.
Just show you how easy it is to cut. Perfect. And there you go. Beautiful fudge. Okay,
so
so
fantastic.
We did some a bit earlier.
Let's recap because we've made 3 dishes. If you're for whatever reason just joining us, you're going to catch the end of it. But we made a beautiful French toast with brie and apple.
Yeah, and you could use, as I said, pears if you prefer. And now I'm just going to give it a little dusting.
You're going to make it pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to make it like snow.
Look like snow. So nice.
And then, if you really want to have more of the sweetness, you can pour on some beautiful maple syrup.
Oh, look
and
at
look
that.
at how easy that is for Christmas morning. You know, put a bit of sausage on the side. You got a full protein happening with it, and like that's...
It's decadent.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
And it looks so pretty.
Yeah.
And then let's look at this one, because this was the pierogi casserole, or what did you call it?
This is a lazy man pierogi.
Lazy man pierogi,
It
which
really
I love.
is.
Yeah.
It is so easy to make. You guys,
It reminds me of lasagna, but it's made with noodles and...
It does. And
oh, look at that.
Now look, it's exactly, let me just use the back of that. There we go.
Look at that.
And it is a pierogi. Bite into it, you're just not going to believe it's exactly that's what it is.
And then the fudge you cut up nicely to put on the plate there.
Yeah. So, I mean, 3 easy dishes. They're all, really, I'm thinking they're all under 20 minutes to make, if you think about it.
I gotta try this.
Yeah, try it. Go for it.
As we head out. But any other tips for people, you know, for through the holiday season, because it is so busy right into the new year?
You know what? Don't stress over cooking. When you cook anything, if you have stress in your hands, it's going in the food. It's not going to taste really good.
Yeah.
So simple recipes, keep it simple, few ingredients, and it's going to come out great.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to
Thanks
try
for
this.
coming on.